everyone, welcome to PG13. I'm Priscilla and I'm currently one of the CCA leaders in Media Club, and today we have...
I'm Louis and I'm the president of the 8th Year Student Council.
Hi, it's Mr. Tan again from many episodes ago. I'm one of the teachers in Media Club. I'm also one of the teachers involved helping out with the class committees this year.
Okay, so since Leaders Investiture is coming up, this episode will be about leadership. Okay, there are some statements here that, do you agree about this following statement? Great leaders are made, not born.
I don't think it's right to say great leaders are born. I think it's sometimes very easy to think, wow, this person is so impressive. He can speak so well, must be very good from the young. But I think maybe, I don't know what you think. I think maybe sometimes they can learn it along the way.
Yeah, like me, because I used to be very introverted and would just be at the corner of the class, right? And then apparently now, after being class chairman, I used to be, and then now I'm vice president, one of the vice president.
Look how far you have come.
Yeah.
How about you, Louis? What do you think about the statement?
I think to add on to what Mr. Tan said, I think that everyone, regardless of their strengths, weakness or background, has the potential to become a leader. And I think that leadership is not defined by our personality, but it's defined by the choices that we make. So for example, let's say if you want to improve your leadership skills, you can try out more opportunities. And I think that leadership can be learned along the way as well, from the different people that inspire us in our lives. Yeah. I think that as leaders here, we should try to raise more leaders and not more followers.
Yeah, I like how you say personality, because I mean, I may not look like it, but actually I'm very introvert, and I have always been a very introverted student last time, and I think now teacher I also quite introverted lah, although some students will disagree. But I think maybe there are different kinds of leaders out there, don't you think? Like introvert doesn't mean you cannot lead, right? I think introvert maybe are a different kind of leaders compared to extrovert, don't you think so? Like maybe I think like introverts maybe can listen better than extroverts. Okay, no offense to any extroverts out there. Yeah, so I think maybe different people can become different kinds of leaders, and there's a place for different kinds of leaders in this world.
Yeah. Okay, so next, good leaders know how to follow. Do any of you agree with that, or what do you want me to?
I think it's important that I know we naturally think leaders must lead, right? Or else why are they leaders?
Yeah.
But I think sometimes leaders, they don't always know what is the best thing to do, and I think it's very important to listen and also to understand your followers quite well.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. But what do you all think? You all have other?
I mean like for example, right? You also help me when I'm very lost, or like during CCA. And yeah, I think teachers most of the time are there to help to guide most of us to either decisions or do the right thing. Yeah. What do you think?
I think that even though leaders have the word lead in it, I don't think that leaders at times they might not know, for example, what's the solution to every problem. And I think that is the time that leaders work with the rest. And because leadership is not just about the individual, it's also about the people around us. I think that teamwork is also very important in leadership. And by working with more people, sometimes we get more opinions. And leaders, to answer back to the question, leaders can also learn to follow. I think that yes, sometimes leaders can also follow those around them who can become leaders themselves as well, and listen to them and learn from them, let's say, to get feedback.
Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, if sometimes you listen too much, then everyone don't know what to do. Like maybe we do this podcast now, we ask, hey, how long should we do this podcast? What should we ask? Then you go around in circle.
Yeah, then your mind go haywire
for a very long time, right? So like this podcast it might look like it's quite a short podcast, but you have no idea how long it took to make this podcast. So I think maybe sometimes like at some point, yes, we must learn how to follow, but the leaders also have to have the courage also to like say, okay guys, let's do this. The class t-shirt let's just do this color lah. Okay, I think this is the best color, best design. Must have the courage to make a decision and say, let's do this after we listen to everyone say.
Yeah. Okay, final statement. do you think everyone should have a chance to be a leader regardless of their personalities or background? What do you think?
I think that in response to the question, yes, I think that everyone should have the opportunity to do so, as everyone is a different leader to them. Is a different leader themselves. I think that in response to what Mr. Tan has said, for example, an introverted person may have his or her own way of leading, and an extroverted person might have his or her own way of leading. And I think that we are all different leaders here, and we can all lead in our own ways, and we can also all work together and help each other out. And I think in response to the question whether everyone should get the opportunity to lead, I think that yes. For example, sometimes when, let's say, as leaders here, when we give out opportunities, I think it's not just about giving the opportunities to those who we think that might be the most suitable for that role. For example, let's say in an MC opportunity, I think that we could perhaps give an opportunity to an introverted person, and this might help him or her grow and in the process become a suitable MC in the future, and they might also learn new things and new skills along the way as well.
Yeah, I like to think that sometimes you take out an opportunity, even if you didn't perform so well, but at least you may get a little bit better at it. But even if you at the end of the day you decide, actually, let's say we go your MC example, I really cannot MC. I really think it's very difficult. At least now maybe you know a little bit better what are your strengths and what are your areas for improvement, and maybe in the process you also decide, okay, this is not for me, maybe I want to try something else. At least you can make a more informed choice. So sometimes I encourage all my students, hey, go and be a media club leader, you never thought about it, you want to apply or not? And I think sometimes the students might be quite reluctant, but I think sometimes you must try to know whether you really like it or not also. You never try, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, like, having the opportunity, right, can help them grow as a human being, and also, who knows, maybe they might be a great leader or a president.
Wow.
President of Singapore.
Yeah.
So it will help them, progress as they grow up. Yeah.
If only we got the president of Singapore here, we can interview. And last time, were you always a very good leader? Now you can find a little bit more how you come out and become such a leader. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So, to conclude, looking ahead, what do you hope to achieve in your role as a student leader? What do you hope to achieve, and what steps are you taking to get
What
there?
about you, Priscilla? Since you are my CCA leader,
Yeah.
I'm very curious to know what you want to achieve.
I want to achieve to be more confident and to be able to lead my juniors well, and also to cooperate well with my other vice president. Yeah, and continue this podcasting.
Yeah. Luis?
I think as the 8th year student council president, I would like to work with all my other excos and help to introduce more facilities and help all of you implement the changes that you wish to be implemented in the school. And I think in my CCA side, in the National Police Cadet Corps, I'll work with the Sec 3 squad, and we'll try to plan more fun bonding games for our juniors and help them learn more about leadership through the CCA.
Yeah, for me as a teacher, I think leadership, there's a lot of leadership opportunity, in class, every class I have, I hope I am also in some way a leader to all the students there. So I really hope I can be inspire and motivate my classes a little bit more. And not to forget, of course, Media Club. Okay, this year, taking over as like the IC of Media Club, there's also a lot of people under my care now. I also really hope at some point, I like to say, I don't need to do so much lah. Then the leaders can help me to do a lot more and really learn from the process also, and become small leaders and great leaders in their own right.
Yeah, I mean, like, for example, right, I think Media Club, right, like all the leaders are like one community, so like they all plan together everything, even without you or Miss Vicky and Miss Ko. Yeah, so I think like example the step down party, right, then they all plan so well, and then it went low key well, and then I think it can function very well.
Glad you all learned something, and you all have the initiative to plan things even without the teachers.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, so I think that's all the time we have. Okay.
We see you in the next episode.
See you. Bye bye.